Hey there, all my YouTube friends. I know I kind of teased you guys with a little drive video of this car, but figured I'd go ahead and make a video even though all I have is my iPhone. It's still pretty good, right? This is my new car. Again, I know, but let me give you the details. 2004 Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, aka P71, aka CVPI, whatever you want to call it. It is a 2004, of course, like I said. These all have the 4.6 liter V8, but they are slightly different from the civilian models, so they make a little bit more power. This one, not really anything special, just your normal grade police car. I don't believe this one was actually used as a cruiser because it didn't have a cage in the back, and it doesn't have any signs of there ever being one, and the back doors and locks work. Of course, those could have been hooked back up before I bought it, but who knows. Let's go ahead and take a little peek on the inside. Look, I'm in my Sheehy shirt. It's easy. Yeah, right, I know. Worst slogan ever. This has the dark charcoal interior, but that being said, this has some interesting features that you don't normally find on these. It has a power driver's seat along with power lumbar, believe it or not. I was kind of surprised to see that. Some of them, actually, the newer ones have adjustable pedals as well, but they don't have cruise control. This one also has cruise control, which is kind of a... You don't see too many of them with cruise control, apparently. Let's go ahead. Of course, those of you that know your stuff, of course, this is the 4.6 V8, slightly modified from the normal civilian version, but overall pretty much the same. A really very, very solid motor. There's very few things that, they have issues with. The transmissions are fairly solid. They're a little weak in the earlier model years, but this has the newer build transmission that doesn't have as many problems. I know you're not going to think this is accurate, but that is right. 150,559 miles. Now, if you were looking at this car on the street without seeing the odometer, you would not think it had 150,000 miles. Mechanically, it doesn't seem like it has that many miles either. There was not hardly anything I had to do to this car. Fun little story. The U-joints decided they would go bad on Jake Man 21642 and I's trip to North Carolina, so we had to limp back home, but hey, not really the car's fault. That's a normal thing that happens on older cars like this. If you watch my driving video, you'll notice that the old cheap-looking Ford head unit is gone. This is an Alpine CDE 141. It's not too bright. I look for head units that aren't really bright at night because I hate how bright things can be. This is kind of an issue, but it's not that much. Excuse me, not that bad. You have your holes where stuff used to be, of course. You got your trunk release here in the middle. You got standard climate controls, nothing crazy. Different zones, low, high. You got your defrost over here. This is a little center console I got out of something at work, just a shady little console until I get an actual console that fits in here with, because there's screw holes and everything. There's an actual console they make with an armrest for it. So, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat. Which you will notice is vinyl, and excuse all my stuff back there, I apologize. This being a full-size American car, I mean, look at that. There's just so much space back here. You could sleep back here if you really wanted to. I'm telling you. These tinted windows, I believe the previous owner had put in, because I don't think that's... Normally when you see the cop cars, at least around here, they don't have tinted windows, so... But who knows? I don't really know that much about its history. All I know, it came from Delaware. You have, of course, your power window switches back here, and you have the door handles, which actually work. So let's take a look in the trunk. Pop a little button there. It's my favorite part of the whole car. Excuse all this crap. It's my spare that I haven't put back up there, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. But this trunk is massive. I mean, there's very few things that you can't get in this car. And what you can't get in, well, you're screwed because there's no folding rear seat. And of course, you have your spotlight up here, which is operable. Voila, look at that. I need a new one though, because this one, if you see, first of all it's fog, and second of all it's kind of coming apart in there, but luckily those are fairly easy to find and not very expensive at all. And this is what matters over here. 4.6 V8, 250 horsepower, 297 pound-feet of torque is what the police interceptors put out. Other than that, I mean, it's just fairly simple grade stuff. This is just a normal 4.6 2-valve V8, nothing real special about it. Unfortunately, this is one that has that plastic intake manifold. That was one of the issues, that the intake manifold can crack and leak coolant. But so far, I haven't really had any issues. I've checked this one out pretty thoroughly, and all the fluids were clean. The air filter was brand new. It was even a K&N one. Brake fluid looked like it had been done, and everything was real good. All I did was put some spark plugs in it. So anyways, let's show you underneath. If you look, right there is the drive shaft in the universal joint. That is actually what failed on our trip. But you can see that the police interceptors, you have, of course, your catalytic converter and that heavy-duty stainless exhaust goes all the way back. And then you have your resonators, and that's it. It goes straight out, back to back. That's what helps make the police interceptor make a little power, is that higher flowing exhaust. Let's go ahead and give her a little bit of revs, although it'll only let me do so much as it being a Ford. If y'all really want to see what the car can do, go ahead and take a look at that driving video, but there's a little bit of an exhaust manifold leak if you hear it. Very slight, but that's really nothing to worry about. Anyways, guys, this has been almost 10 minutes, well, 7 minutes, so hope you enjoyed it, and I will be making a lot more videos of it to come. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later.